Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Jan Jirák, and I'm a professional circus artist. I want to introduce you a thing I call my upside-down journey. But don't think that I would do circus or acrobatics or theater since I was a child. I started with breakdance at high school, and I did it just for fun. It was just a hobby. I wouldn't think that I could make money of it or it would be my job. But I was curious about theater these breakdance years, and I was curious about movement as well, and it brought me to an idea to actually do audition to Academy of Performing Arts in Prague, to physical theater department, and I succeeded, and I got in, despite my very little theater experience. And it was amazing years at that academy. We had many interesting subjects which completely changed my perception, and not only artistic, but also life perception. I remember one of these classes, one of the first classes at that school was acting improvisation. And the teacher told us, go on stage and do nothing. And you can imagine, technical guy, graduated from technical high school, thought that he's gonna do theater at the academy, and suddenly I am supposed to go on stage and do nothing. So, okay, I said, I give it a try. I'm on stage, standing there, feeling awkward, doubting myself, doing nothing, still feeling awkward. And suddenly, I noticed some details. I noticed some whispering in the class, some people whispering around. I noticed some objects I haven't seen in the room before. And I realized that the teacher actually wanted us to experience the present moment, the pure presence. By the way, the teacher is here with me today, Martin Zbrožek. I brought him here today because we became friends later on, and we started to share our opinions, artistic and also life opinions. But getting back to my movement interest, I started to apply this to that, the present moment to the movement. I did breakdance, and it was very dynamic, and I got some injuries. So I was looking for something that would be close to what I do, but more static. And the closest thing by that moment for me was a handstand. Handstand is basically standing. It's not super dynamic thing, but it's standing upside down, so on the hands, controlling the balance. So it's actually a skill. And I started to train it. I started to practice it a lot, and I wanted to become a professional in it. So I was searching around Europe if I can actually do it professionally somewhere, and I found out about some contemporary circus and contemporary circus schools. So I did auditions to a few of them around Europe, and one day I got a letter that I got accepted to Academy of Modern Circus in Copenhagen. And that was actually the moment when physically, for me, everything turned upside down. And already at the school, I started to perform with handstands, and I started to teach handstands. And the students, the clients of mine, were not just the movement people, were not just the artists or professionals, but were also people like you, normal, amazing people doing normal jobs, but with a big interest in just standing upside down. And I started to ask them, why do you do it? And one person came to me and said, Jan, you know, it's actually getting out of my comfort zone. It's actually fear. I'm really afraid of going there. And I gave him some tips, and a few weeks later he came to me and he said, Jan, I have the control now, I can do handstand, and it's like flying, it's a freedom suddenly for me. And some other people told me that for them, doing a handstand it's changing the perspective. It's like getting inspiration from other perspective, that if they change the perspective physically, it can help them to change it also mentally. And one last person I would like to mention, very busy guy. He told me, Jan, handstand is the only moment where I can be fully present. Because if I think about anything else, I just fall. So it actually helped me to concentrate. And getting back to my improvisation class, in pure presence, we can find inspiration.